Huh?
I am the tips of Christmas past.
Ho, ho, ho. I am the tips of Christmas present.
I am the tips of...
Look out, there's a black woman coming! Ah!
God bless us, everyone.
Talk. All right, first off, let's do a tech test. I want to test something. I want to see how this is going to work because my new USB hub showed up this morning. I hooked it up immediately. I had problems because, of course, because it's tech and everything I mess around with tech, there's always a problem, right? So my problem was power. I didn't have enough slots on my battery backups, and I had to rearrange the cords. Then I went to do it, and my speakers unplugged, and I had no audio. I was like, what's going on? Long story short, I got everything working. The camera's working, right? And these wireless microphones now should work with my PC setup. So what I would like to do is a little bit of a demo, a little bit of a tech test to see what it sounds like, all right? If this works, I could potentially move throughout my studio untethered by a microphone. You should technically be able to hear me talk anywhere in the room, okay? So I want to give it a shot. By the way, thank you, SR Trumbull. He did another £2 super chat. ATM 10, so all the mods 10, has 400 plus mods, and you can get it on Curse Forge. Okay. Again, are people interested in seeing me go back to Minecraft for a bit? I wouldn't be opposed to it. I just haven't really heard that feedback. You know, we played it earlier in the year, and it seemed like once we were done with it, people kind of got played out with Minecraft and weren't interested in seeing me come back. Okay? Let's give this a test, shall we? So here's how it works. First of all, they wirelessly sync with the adapter, which is in my USB hub right now. So all I got to do is take the mic and lift it up. It starts blinking, and basically it syncs, and now it is synced with that adapter, okay? So I just go ahead and I put it right here on my collar. And in fact, there's a little accessory set for it. I don't know where I put the bag. I think I put it over there. It actually has a cute little hat. I'm serious. It looks like a winter hat. Do you want to see it? Hold on a second here. So this is the little, it looks like a little winter hat, doesn't it? It's cute. And you just put it on the microphone like this. These are the Rode wireless micro microphones. Okay, and I have a set of 2. And you pop it on just like that. Okay? And then you just clip it right onto your shirt or whatever. I'm going to clip it onto my shirt like this. Okay? And now it should pick up my voice. So what I like to do is test it and see actually what it sounds like. Actually, maybe I should put it a little bit further down the collar. I don't know. I don't know exactly where like the optimal placing is for a microphone because I haven't used these yet. All right. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, let's swap mics. All right. So instead of using this one, which is obviously my studio mic, let's swap this over. All right. So I'm going to mute this mic and I'm going to swap to this one and we'll see what it sounds like. Ready? Testing. Okay. So now I am using the Rode wireless microphone that's actually on my neck. Okay. It probably doesn't sound as good as the studio mic, but it should sound decent. Okay. Very low volume, so I can bump it up. There we go. That's basically max volume, but I actually have the ability to bump it up even more. It's a lot. It's low volume. Okay, hold on, because I can bump it. I'm glad you guys are telling me this. Let's go to Advanced Audio Properties. Let me find it, and let me bump it up here. Okay, I'm going to up the decibels. Okay, how does it sound now? Does it sound better now? Because I just upped the decibels by 2.5 decibels. How's that? No. Still quiet as hell? Okay, hold on. Let's bump it up some more. Keep in mind, this is not meant for, it's definitely not meant for PC use. It's meant to be used with a a cell phone. And so it actually would sound much better with a cell phone, I feel. Okay. Okay. So now I upped it to 5 decibels. Does that sound better? Actually, it looks like it is actually picking up higher now. Does that sound better? Okay, hold on. Let's clip it even. Let's clip it. See, now I'm holding it in front of my mouth, and it probably sounds a lot better, right? But I'd have to probably maybe try to clip it on the collar here. How's that? That sound a little better? Actually, it looks like it's picking up better now. So that's it. It's all about messing with it until you get that right angle. See? That's better. It's a lot better now. Now people are saying it's the same again. It's going to depend on the shirt too. Like if I have a shirt where I can angle it towards my mouth, see, it's angled towards my mouth, it's better. See? Okay. So anyway, I mean, it's not going to be perfect, but it's going to depend on the shirt and stuff. It's going to be better quality. Okay. So now basically what I would do with this, because I'm trying to figure out a way to angle it. What I would do with this is I would be able to move all around and I would be able to do whatever I want. So for example, you know, people are saying, yeah, you were getting there. Exactly. It's not going to be perfect, but it depends on the shirt I'm wearing and stuff like that too. Okay. So let's say we're doing a closet clean out. All right. Well, guess what? I can clean out my closet and you can hear me. Watch. See? Right now, I'm actually inside of my closet and you can still hear me. I could be in here taking stuff out, right? Like, look, I could do this and I could take the shell and I could say, hey, guess what I just got out of my closet? And you still heard me the whole time, right? I can actually do stuff. People are saying it sounded good. I sounded better when I was in the closet. Well, there you go. It sounded better in the closet. There you go. All right, let me try it. Watch this. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go across my office. Ready? I'm going to go for a little walk across the office. And even though my chair is empty, somehow mysteriously I am talking to you in the office. I mean, I would actually have the ability to walk across my whole house if I wanted to, and you'd still hear me. I could be across the hallway in my bedroom. I could be downstairs. The wireless mics have a decent range. It's not, you know, insanely long or anything, but I would have the ability to go walk up to my window and talk. I could do stuff in the house. You know, that's pretty cool. So, for example, a prime use of this would have been when I was doing the office setup. Okay. And basically, the entire time that I was building this desk and you guys couldn't hear me. Everyone was like, is he aware that if he, oh, I know. I know people are like, take that off. It's for outside. I know, guys. I know this is for outside. This is basically a muffler thing to stop wind. So if I were outside, this would stop wind from blowing on the microphone. Okay. So I'll take it off now. You don't need that indoors. I was just showing you. I thought it was a cool accessory. Okay. So basically, when I was building the desk, right? And I was on the floor and people were like, Phil, we can't. Oh, there we go. I actually had it aimed the wrong way the whole time there. No wonder you couldn't hear me so well. People were like, it's actually better down here. See, I'm trying to figure out how to do it. It should be here, like on the neck, pointing up, right? Yeah, that's how it should be. Oh, wow. I just hit it. It like maxed out in red. Oh, wow. Okay. Hold on. Trying to find the right angle. It's going to depend on the shirt too. Like a normal shirt, it's easier to put on, but a collared shirt like this, it's harder. Yeah, see? Because the collared shirt, oh, there we go. Maybe now. Ooh, okay. It maxed out and then it stopped. There we are. So anyway, basically, when I was building the desk and I was on the floor and no one could hear me, people were like, is he aware that no one can hear him when he's on the floor because the microphone won't pick him up because he has all these, mic filters. I was like, well, there's not much I could do about that. So now I could actually have this on and it would be perfect. You know when this would work well with? When I'm doing Lego nights. When I'm actually doing Lego nights and I'm over here and I'm building the Lego, but I'm away from the microphone, this will allow me to always have a microphone pointed at me. See that? It's better now, isn't it? Yeah, it looks like it's picking up better. So I have to point it at my mouth. If I point it directly at my mouth, it works perfectly. But it has to point at my mouth. So again, first time I'm using it, you might be like, well, then what is this for? This is for outside if you're outdoors filming and there's wind. This is supposed to muffle the wind. Okay, like that's the point of this, is like a wind muffler so that the wind you don't hear a wind sound in the microphone. Okay, so pretty good. All right, it's pretty good. And by the way, it's not expensive or anything. It was $100 for the set of them. So it's not like high technology, but it's what everyone uses. Like anyone who's out there and is doing like vlogging on the street, if they're going to, doing like a food review or they're doing a walking tour, this is what they're using. No one is using like their cell phone, microphone, because the microphone on a cell phone is terrible. Like it literally is awful. It's really bad quality. It's echoey and everything, as reflected by when I tried to do that short. Remember my internet was out and I said, oh guys, I don't know when I'm going to be back. And I did a short. Well, that's why the audio on there sounded terrible. You see? Well, now I'll have a microphone that should sound a little better. Okay. And again, it's not going to be perfect. Okay. So Eloquence is try pointing it directly up. Okay, let's try that. See, again, I don't know. Let's try directly up. They said try doing it like right here in the collar. Let's see. The problem is the clip is not perfect. Like the clip is very basic. It's not a great clip. So it's a little harder to clip it on to something like that. It's easier to clip it onto like a thin thing than like a thick. Like right now I can't, like I'm trying. I can't get it to clip onto the shirt here. Yeah, it won't. See? It won't clip on there because it's not a good, look how basic. It's a very small clip. So holding it to my mouth, it's perfect, right? But no one's going to be able to just hold it to their mouth like this. For the most part, you're supposed to clip it on you, right? So clip it to your nose. Yes, clip it to your nose. Take off a button. Yes, just start unbuttoning my entire shirt. Exactly. That's what I should do. No, in reality, if I had my shirt buttoned all the way up like this and then I clipped it, that's like perfect. But, that's not that kind of shirt, you see. But if I had a shirt that had a normal collar rather than an open collar like this, then it would clip on better. Yeah. Okay. But it sounds good when I hold it. And that's the point. It's supposed to sound better when it's in the right position. You're holding it or whatever, right? All right. So anyway, I think we've experimented with it. Now I know I have to do around a 5 decibel adjustment. I could go higher than that too. And it all depends on the angle that you point it. If I point it directly at my mouth like this, it sounds good. But different shirts, you're not going to be able to do that. So your mileage may vary on how effective it is. But the good news is, all right, I will be able to use this with my phone to do stuff out and about. I'll also be able to use it in the office right now to do stuff. If I want to do closet clean out, if I'm building Legos, if I'm doing stuff. So now I have the ability to move. I've always been tethered to a microphone on my desk and I'm not tethered anymore. I could actually move around and do stuff, which is really cool. Okay. Cool. I'm being told, put your mic on the mic. There we go. So now this is how I'm going to do it from now on. I'll pretend like I'm using a studio mic, but I'll actually be using the Rode micro mic instead. Perfect. Now we're absolutely perfect setup, right? Amazing. What we've always wanted. There we go. Okay. Anyway. All right. I think we've messed with this enough, right? Let's go back to the other microphone now. So let me reset up everything here. Filming me, and then I could just kind of go back and forth between that and filming the food and that and filming the food. And I could do like a brief review or something like that. If I do start perhaps traveling at some point and going to events or conventions or whatever, I could use this for walking tours. I could actually, put my phone onto the selfie stick and just walk around and film, and I can narrate with the microphone as I film. Now, that wouldn't be for live streaming. This would all be for like on-demand videos. Okay, I wouldn't live stream any of that. But the thing is, you got to be careful about it. And the reason I say that is basically you're not allowed to film a lot of places, and that's what a lot of people don't realize. Anywhere that's private property, you're not allowed to film. Why is this blowing out? We're okay, right? For some reason, it was showing max red for a second there. I don't know why I was doing that. But yeah, like you're just not allowed to just go and do whatever you want. You actually, if let's say, for example, I were to go into a restaurant right now and I wanted to do a review, you have to get permission. It's private property. You don't have the legal right to just film in there. You have to say to the staff, hey, so I would like to know, is it okay if I do a review? You know, I'm a YouTuber and I'm doing something new this year, and I'd like to know if I could do a video review at the table. I won't disturb anyone around. It'll be just regular talking, volume. It'll be the same. I'm not using lighting. I'm not going to bring in lights and stuff. So it's just with my phone or whatever. And if they say yes, then you're good. These other things are kind of iffy. Like, for example, if you go to a mall, you're technically not allowed to film there. And I know from experience back in the day, I remember that there was a launch event for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 at my local mall. Yes, that long ago. We're talking, like, what was that, 2010, something like that? And I went to the local mall with my handy cam, and I tried recording, and actual mall security came up to me and said, this is private property, filming's not allowed. And then my friend actually was the manager of GameStop, and he came up to the mall security and was like, well, actually, it'd be cool. I wanted him to actually film this for YouTube for some promotion. Is it all right if he only films GameStop or the stuff that we have set up here for GameStop? To which the mall security said, all right, basically, if you kind of keep it to that level, like if you just stay in this area or this zone and you're not, like disturbing anyone, then you're good. And so that's what I did, and it was fine. So yeah, so that's the thing. At any moment when you're recording, you could be asked to stop. You could literally be say, hey, stop right now because you don't have permission to film here or whatever. And then you have to listen, and there's nothing you can really do about it. So, that's just something that happens. And I know from experience that could happen. So, I can't just walk around filming whatever I want. I think a lot of YouTubers actually believe that you can, and it's not true at all. There we go. I just realized that it was not setting the right microphone as the default, and I just set it to be my default now. I want, obviously, this microphone